Testing, one, two, three, testing. What's up, everyone? So, in this video, I just want to give my quick thoughts about the PlayStation 5 and just give you guys an update and let you know what I think about it so far during the launch week, during my first few days with the console. So far, my overall reaction or my overall experience to the PS5 has been pretty positive. Um, Everything is there that they promised. Everything they promised to deliver on is definitely there. The quick loading, but I noticed the quick loading is usually effective for the PS5 games. So the games that are specifically made for PS5, you'll notice like there's zero loading times for the games. Like they load up immediately. I have not tried any of my older games yet in my game library that I have on PlayStation 4 because I decided not to transfer everything to the PS5. Um, the only one of these games I might transfer over is maybe Overwatch and Monster Hunter Iceborne. But for now, I just wanted to load the system up or load my hard drive up with PS5 games. And when I booted it right up, I noticed the cross-media browser screen or the home screen for the PS5 was a little bit confusing at first because it might appear to be like the PS4 browser screen or the home screen, but some things are actually placed in different locations on the screen. So here, just like the PS4, you can see all your games and your game library and of course, your media gallery there, you can see a bunch of pics. These are all the pics I took from Spider-Man Miles Morales, and this is my favorite one because it looks almost photorealistic. It looks so cool. And there's another one of my favorite. And of course, this next one right here. So yeah, these are all the screenshots, and of course, one from Demon Souls, and one from Astro's Playroom. Now, I noticed the system was saving screenshots and videos from trophies I unlocked. And of course, that would be under trophies, but I deleted them all and I turned that off. And to turn that off, you would have to go to your settings up there in the upper right corner between that magnifying glass that says search and between your gamer tag profile there. Go to settings, right? And just go all the way down to where it says captures and broadcast. Go down to trophies, and right here, this is where you can turn those off. Because I did not want my hard drive space to be filled up with a bunch of random screenshots and random videos that I had no intention of saving. Um, but that's automatically turned on when you get the PS5, and this is how you turn that off in the settings here. Also, the screen reader will automatically be turned on when you first boot up the PS5. And to turn that off, you have to go to accessibilities, which is the second one from the top. It says accessibility. And what you want to do is go down to chat description, or I think that's the one. Chat transcription. No, that's not it. Screen reader. That's it. Where it says screen reader under accessibility. And you can turn that back on and you'll listen to what it says in a woman's voice.
Speech speed. Normal. Button. Press cross to select.
You can also switch it to a male's voice.
To move.
Voice type. Male. Button. Press cross to select. Speech speed. Normal. Voice type. To
I kind of got used to the female voice because that's the voice I heard when I first booted up the system.
Press cross
uh,
to select.
but it was getting kind of annoying, so I decided to turn the enable screen reader completely off. Now that I'm used to the PS5 home screen and I know where everything's at least I hope I do. So yeah, that's how you turn that off, in case if that gets too annoying. Alright. And over here, where it says Explore. This is normally where you'll see like news coverage of certain games or video footage or live feeds that people uploaded. All right. And when you go over to the PlayStation Store, that's completely integrated into the home screen. So it just automatically loads the PlayStation Store when you go to it. And of course, you can see all the games. And if you had the screen reader on, it would actually read the title of each game you're searching through, and it'll also tell the price. So collections, subscriptions, browse. So yeah, those are all free. I'll show that off in a second, the PS Plus collection. And oh, Ghost of Tsushima. I do not have that yet. I was hoping they would come out with a PlayStation 5 version. Same thing with Last of Us Part 2. Uh, yeah, so that's the PlayStation Store. Pretty easy to navigate. And what else did I want to show off on the screen? Oh yeah, the PlayStation Plus collection. So if you go to that, here you can see a list of PlayStation 4 games that are completely free if you are subscribed to PS Plus. So if you are already subscribed to PS Plus on PS4, um, it will automatically transfer your subscription service to PS5, and you get access to all of these games for free. I wish I knew that was going to be a thing because about half of these games I already owned or played, but quite a few of these I have not played yet. For example, Days Gone, I have not played that. I have not played the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, so eventually I might try those out. And Last Guardian, that's another one I haven't played. All right, and if you press the PlayStation button that's below the touchpad, you get this screen, which I forgot what it was called. There's a specific name for this screen right here, but there you can go to this screen just by going to the home icon. So if I press the PlayStation button again and go back to it, you get all these icons on the bottom of the screen. And this is also accessible while you're playing a video game. You just have to press it once and all this will pop up. And you get your switcher, which you can switch between games. Your notifications tells you what trophies and messages pops up and what's finished, downloading or updated. Your game base is where mostly your parties and messages is going to be at. Your music, you can link this with a Spotify account if you wish to do so and actually play some soundtracks or various tracks from different artists. Downloaded uploads, this is very important. That's where you want to go to check on how much time you have left when you are downloading something. And the same thing goes for updates. So that will tell you the percentage of your download and your updates for whatever game you are installing on the console or downloading on the console. Your sounds, you get to check out all the sound settings in there. Same thing with the mic, multiple settings for that. The DualSense controller, which is currently charging. And that's one minor gripe I have about the PS5 so far, or at least the controller. The battery dies way too fast. Or it doesn't really die way too fast, but it really it depletes really fast, and I think that's because of the haptic feedback feature and all the other stuff that's in there, like the light that appears around the touchpad, and of course whatever sounds are coming through the controller. So that's a lot of stuff that's taking a toll on the battery. All right, and of course you could actually access your profile from down there as well. So you could switch your online status to same thing as the PS4. You can switch between online, busy, appear offline. If you go to profile, that's how you could check your friends list. You can check your games, and oh, it's just like all right, that's cool. It's just like the Nintendo Switch. It tells you how many hours, how many hours you played with each game. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know it does that. All right, so that's something I just found out about. Your friends list shows up like this. You could actually see uh, who's playing PS5, judging by the shape of the icon there, and who's playing PS4. All right. Shared content. Yeah, this is all the stuff that I made in the what's it called? What the hell is it called? The share, not the share play, but it's the hold on. I think I could look up the name of it on the screen. I should be able to find it. Share Factory. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the PS4 version. So if I go back down here, all right, profile. Yeah, so this is all the stuff I made in the Share Factory on my PS4 and uploaded it to YouTube. All this stuff, all the images. I actually uploaded all this stuff to my Twitter account. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can see all these multiple screenshots that I decided to post on there. All right, and that's about it for that screen down there. Oh, and plus the power button, which you can enter rest mode or turn off PS5 or restart the system. And by the way, I heard if it goes into rest mode while playing that game right there, Spider-Man Miles Morales, it'll actually brick your console. That has not happened to me yet because when I was trying to stay up really late and play a lot of this game, I actually fell asleep with the system on, and when I woke up, it was in sleep mode. And I was like, oh no, I heard this was bricking people's consoles. So I turned the system back on through the DualSense controller, and it booted back everything up, and everything was fine. At least for my console. I can't speak for everybody else's experience, but I heard people been having issues with the whole sleep mode thing on Spider-Man Miles Morales, but so far, for me, I had no issues with that. The only slight issue I had is when I was trying to install the game from the disc, and I was trying to watch a recap of Spider-Man on PS4, and it froze halfway. It froze to the point where, like, nothing was working. Like, it seemed like I had to unplug it, but that's not what I did. I held down the power button for as long as I could until I heard a beep or two beeps, and the light was pulsating, meaning that the system was doing a forced shutdown. When I turned it back on, everything was working fine, and I think it froze because everything wasn't quite installed yet. Like, the game was installed, but not the updates for the game. And I had to press the PlayStation button, go down here, and I went down to downloads. And this is where I saw that stuff was still being, downloading for the game. And I was like, oh, maybe I should wait till everything's finished first before I boot up the game. After I did that, Spider-Man Miles Morales was working just fine for me. I had no more issues with the game. So far, the game running on PS5 is fantastic. You can switch between 30 frames per second and have the ray tracing, which is a lot of reflective surfaces like on windows and puddles and stuff like that. Or you can switch to performance mode and play the game in 60 FPS. But you lose out on the ray tracing, which is not a big deal because playing this game in 60 frames per second 4K looks incredible. Alright, it really looks incredible. I can't praise the performance mode enough for Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5. It looks and runs like a dream. So other games I could talk about. Bugsnax. I tried this out in my previous video, and I was actually falling asleep. I don't know. It's fine. It's a fine functional game. It's simplistic. It's just, it doesn't really hold a lot of my interest right now after playing Spider-Man Miles Morales and Demon Souls. Bugsnax, I would say it's okay for kids. Well, you know what? No. It's okay for people of all ages. It's just specifically for me. I think this is the very last thing I'll play after I played just about everything else on my PS5. Astro's Playroom. This is a very fun platforming game that they made specifically for the PS5 because it actually demonstrates the haptic feedbacks in the controller, and it demonstrates that throughout numerous levels you play through, and it feels insane. It feels, you know how the I forgot what it's called. It's like the gyro or whatever rumble functionality in the Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. You know how that was supposed to be a big feature for the Switch? This DualSense controller puts the Joy-Cons to shame. The amazing sensations that you'll feel in this controller through the haptic feedbacks is, I would say, it definitely feels like an evolution of the DualShock. Demon Souls, full $70 retail game, and I can see why it was $70 because it is a true next-gen game, at least for now, until we see better graphics on other games and that's coming out in the future. But wow, I don't know how they made this game look so good on PS5, but it looks pretty damn good. And you do start out in 60 frames per second, 4K, and it looks fantastic. You can also switch it to cinematic mode, which I think switches the game to like 30 frames per second, which I have not done yet. I've been playing throughout most of this game in 60 frames, and it looks good. It looks pretty damn good. If you are on the fence about buying this for $70 just because of the price, I would still say go for it, especially if you're the type of gamer that loves challenging games, or if you are a fan of Dark Souls or Bloodborne, or if you need something to hold you over until the next Bloodborne comes out, I would say definitely buy Demon Souls. It's a treat for the PS5 for sure. The graphics, the performance, everything about it. Yeah, I can see why it was $70. And some people might find that to be an issue, and I'm talking about the price. But if you've been playing video games for as long as I have, video games were expensive back in the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis days. Like those games, not all of them, but a lot of them, they were selling them for like $70, $80, $90, even $100. So the whole pricing thing is not new to me. Except back in those days, I was a small child and I had to beg my parents to buy those. But now I'm an adult with a job. I could actually, buy this stuff myself. I have not tried this yet. I have actually paused the download because I was uploading my previous video, which was over 2 hours long. So I decided to pause the downloading for this, and I have not tried this out yet. But once I do, I'll let you know how this runs on the PS4. And this is the remastered version, by the way, that came with Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's not a disc. It's actually a download code. So, yeah. My internet sucks. That's why it's taking so long. So just so you guys know, the downloading and uploading is slow, not because of the PS5. It's because of my internet. PlayStation Now, which I do not have, and of course my game library, where you can see all my PS5 games on the top and my PS4 games, which are mostly currently locked because I decided not to transfer anything right now. I'm going to transfer everything at a later date. Well, not everything, just certain games. And I still kept my PS4, so I might, go back to my PS4 and play games on that instead of playing them on the PS5. Because I don't want to fill up the hard drive. Alright, so I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I talked about the games, I talked about the home screen, and of course, the media screen right here, where, yeah, this is just for your Netflix and all that, all your streaming services, which I don't really have any of. I just decided to install YouTube on there for now. Alright, so if I go back to the game screen, and I think that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. But yeah, they delivered on everything they said that the system will feature. The fast load times for next-gen games, which is pretty much non-existent. I mean, it takes either 5 seconds or less just to boot up a game. once again, I have not tried this on the older PS4 games. I'm assuming there will still be loading times on your PS4 titles, but it'll be significantly less. But for PS5 games, that shit is non-existent, okay? It's lightning fast. Lightning fast. And of course, this is the main reason why I wanted to buy a PS5 on launch is because of these games right here, Spider-Man Miles Morales and Demon Souls, of course. And even though Xbox Series X is the more powerful console, there's nothing I want to play on that thing, at least not right now. At a later date, maybe there will be. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the system. My launch system. I'm pretty sure there'll be numerous updates. Maybe there will be an update for the home screen, so everything on here will be a lot easier to navigate. But I think there was a customize button that you can customize this stuff, so let me see. If I push the PlayStation button, push the option button next to the touchpad. Oh. So I'm assuming you could... Alright, you could add more icons to the bottom for easy accessibility. I don't know if you can move this stuff around, though. Let me see. No, you can just turn it on and off. I see. So that's what it looks like if you are trying to customize it for easier accessibility. But I don't know, it still seems like a few extra steps, or a few more extra steps than the PS4. For the PS4, it seems like everything was just right there that I can access quite easily, but this is just like, okay, I gotta go through another screen, and then down here through more screens. It's like, too much clutter. But as long as I got to experience some games and lightning fast loading times, I really have no complaints about the PS5 so far, except the DualSense controller. It's a nice controller. It feels comfortable. It definitely feels like nothing I ever experienced with the whole haptic feedback. It's just the battery life. It does deplete quite fast. That's the only thing. At least for me. I don't know. I can't speak for other people's experience. But yeah, if I would have to give my launch PS5 a score, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I think I do happen to like this more than my PS4. But I'm not completely abandoning my PS4 just yet, because look at all this stuff I played on my PS4. Look at all of this. This is hundreds and hundreds of games I either own or I downloaded at some point, or demos I might have played. The entire generation of PS4 titles. And of course, there's plenty more that's not showing up that I do actually have on the PS4 console. Like, well, actually, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm trying to see if it's showing up. Oh, yeah, PT. All right, playable on PS4. I heard it's not playable on PS5, but I still do have my playable teaser PT demo that I downloaded on PS4, which is super rare now. Super rare. But I heard Hideo Kojima might actually make a Silent Hill game in the future, so cross his finger. Alright. So I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything that I need to talk about here. I think I covered everything and my thoughts about the PS5 so far. I have not tried putting in a PS4 disc yet. That's something I will have to do when I transfer my saved data. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about. And thank you guys for watching. And yeah, it's been my thoughts about the PS5. Extremely happy that I got it during launch week. If I had to wait for this, I'd probably be super impatient and be paying like double the price on like eBay or something like that. Actually, no, I don't really do that when it comes to new consoles. I don't pay scalper prices for the new consoles. But I'm usually on top of things whenever they announce a new console. Let's see, PS5 games. What happens if I go into that? Ah, all right. So here are the stuff that are currently out for PS5 that you can download right now. Devil May Cry 5, that's available now for digital download, but I did pre-order the physical copy, so that I will be getting that in December, I think. Also, I ordered the physical copy of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, so that should be coming within the next few days, and I will do an unboxing video for that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just about everyone who's gotten a PS5 or an Xbox Series X has gotten Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you guys are playing that, let me know how that is. And of course, I think you can still download PS4 games on the PS5 through the store. Yeah, you totally can, I think. All of this stuff, your entire library. Maybe not their entire library, but a pretty good chunk of it. And of course, you get... Where is it? Would it be under free to play? Wait a minute, Smite is free to play? You play as the Ninja Turtles? What year am I in? What universe am I in? Mobile Suit Gundam, so... Here are the few free-to-play games, but if you are a PS Plus subscriber, of course you get access to their PS Plus collection, and you get more free games that are actually really damn good games, especially Mortal Kombat 10. So, yeah. If you plan on getting the PlayStation 5, and you don't plan on getting any of the launch games like Demon Souls or Spider-Man, at least you get free games with the PS Plus collection, and there's other free titles that PS Plus offers. Or if you're not a PS Plus subscriber, I think you can still play certain free games, not all of them. Alright, so I think I could end the video right here. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm happy about jumping into this next generation experience. Looking forward to seeing what comes out in the future, especially God of War 2. Oh, and Resident Evil 8, of course. And yeah, we'll see what games I plan on getting in the future for this thing. Oh, and plus the storage capacity. That's another thing. With all this installed, yeah, I think I could probably try to show you guys that, how much storage I have left. That's the only thing. Would it be under storage? Console storage, 667.2 gigabytes. Free space, 484.5 gigabytes. Alright, alright. So I still got quite a bit of space left. Not bad. But there will be something to install into your PlayStation to actually increase the storage space. It'll be like a special drive that I think you can buy now, but certain ones are not compatible with PS5, and certain ones I heard will actually brick your PS5. So if you plan on experimenting with different hard drives, I would advise you not to do that if you don't want to break your system. I'll just wait until they officially announce certain drives that you can buy, which is what I plan on doing in the future. I plan on at least increasing the storage by 2 terabytes. At least by 2 terabytes or more, depending which ones they're going to release in the future. Alright. Wait, extended storage? What's this? Use a USB drive formatted as extended storage and move your PS4 games. Okay, well, yeah, you could use extended storage for PS4 titles. That's something I forgot to mention. But for PS5 games, I don't think you can use it for your PS5 games. Because I heard about that. If you try to transfer PS5 stuff to an external hard drive, you'll end up bricking your console. Alright. So I think I covered a lot of stuff here in this, what, 30-minute long video? Well, it's about to be 30 minutes. Alright. So I apologize for going on for this long. I just wanted to make sure I covered a lot of stuff here for the PlayStation 5 console, and it's literally the biggest console I have ever seen in my entire life, next to the PlayStation 3, the original PlayStation 3, and the original Xbox, of course. And I have mine standing up or vertical. Yeah, I don't have mine laying down horizontal. And of course, I have it out in the open space or open area where it's getting as much, uh, where it's not enclosed is what I'm trying to say. Where it's not enclosed, where all the hot air is building up in the system or anything like that. So yeah, that's the only thing. I have not ran into any issues yet. The only issues was with that Spider-Man Miles Morales that I mentioned earlier with the it froze my console completely, and I had to hold down the power button, and after that, it was working just fine. So yeah, very happy about the system. Giving it a 9 out of 10. Of course, it's not perfect. They're gonna have to work on a lot of things like this home screen, because it just seems like a lot of extra steps you have to go through. Not a lot, but just a few. I mean, everything is easy to navigate once you get the hang of it. And yeah, I'm not 100% ready to neglect my PS4 or my PS3 or my PS2. I keep all of my old console guys. You know, once in a while I like to go back and plug in my old consoles and play some games on my older systems. You know, I don't really like to get rid of my older consoles. And of course, I'm playing other consoles besides the PS5. I'm playing my Nintendo Switch. I still do not have an Xbox One or Xbox Series X. I plan on possibly purchasing that in the far future when I see something that I might really, really want. But as of now, there's nothing I really, really want for the Xbox Series X, even though, according to the specs, it's supposed to be the more powerful console. Also, it has certain save states where you can actually switch between games on the fly. I think it's like 5 or 7 games. You could actually switch between them without closing out of the game on the Xbox Series X, which looks super cool. I wish the PS5 had something like that. I don't think it does, because when I tried switching to a different game, I think I had to close out of my previous one. We could test that right now. Hold on. I want to see something. I think I have Spider-Man in there. Hold on. I could test this right now for you guys, because I seen this work on the Xbox Series X. I don't know if it'll work on the PS5. Alright, so that booted up quite quickly. Let's, no, you want to hold down the PlayStation button. There you go. That's how you get back to that screen. Alright, now let's say if I want to boot up Astro's Playroom. Alright, it's currently booting up right now. Can I skip this? Oh, I can totally skip that. Oh, that's fast. That's really fast. Press any button. Alright, so if I hold down the PlayStation button and go back to Spider-Man Miles Morales, does it resume? Or did it completely close out of the game? I think it completely closed out of the game. Wait. Huh. Let me see something real quick. If I go to this, push the option buttons. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that says close out of the application, so it must have automatically closed out of the previous thing that you were playing. So alright, so it's not like the Xbox Series X. That is one thing that this system does not have. But I'm okay with that, because really, how many times are you really going to be using that feature? But it is a nice feature to have, and kudos to the Xbox fans for having that for their console. So I think I'm done. I'm 100% done for real. I'm going to stop recording, and thank you for watching so far. See you guys in the next video later this week, where I will be unboxing Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate for the PlayStation 5. And then I have 2 more PS5 games I pre-ordered, but those aren't going to be available until like December, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys till the next one. Later.